We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands and can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now Foles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. You know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Foles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Gerald McCoy coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Let's go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19 and an unlikely 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Chris Johnson, nobody in front of him. Touchdown, Chicago. Chris Johnson, 60 yards. heads, and the Bears have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. They'll look to throw now on first down. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now back to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 27 yards that time. And it's a first down for the Broncos. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Looking to throw. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 2, now third down. On third down, it's Jackson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to pump the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They run. It's Johnson. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Foles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Jordan Nelson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is level. Knocked down hard. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways, right at the 20. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He'll look look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
All right, say it with me now. For that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep. Wiley.
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he slings one that's incomplete. Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Addison able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Broncos a first down. Back to throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll set up to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 3 yards out, and the Broncos are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Rumbling past the 30. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it to Julio Jones. That one goes for 24 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll look to throw here. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 23 yards on the play. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. Room past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And Denver getting set to take the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go!
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, If your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 37. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mario Addison in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mario Addison in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Let's go. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. 85. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you get
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up with that.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
140, 140. 4 left.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Willie McGinnis picked it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He'll look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Addison getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Ingram holds it in. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 30 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And Jones has it over the middle. Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They go play action here on 1st down. He gets it to Cooks. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another time.